Good evening or good morning or good afternoon, whatever it is. This is Doc at the Barn, and what I'm going to be talking about is something different. Not showing merchandise in particular, but we're going to give a talk about the importance of motivation. Motivation is very important to help us so that we're able to list the items that we want to sell, to get them ready, to find the deals, as well as if we're selling at flea markets. Again, it takes motivation to do those things. So I'm going to tell you a story. Better yet, not just going to tell you a story, we're going to have a reenactment. And the reenactment is going to involve, yes, some of our friends. One of the friends that you remember seeing at one time was Julian. Sweet dear Julian. Now, Julian, right now, they're not going to talk. I'm going to talk for them. Well, all of a sudden, he was working at this factory, and he got done working. And, of course, there was his car. He liked pink cars. I don't know why, but that's the way it goes. We got in his car and wouldn't start. He got mad. He kicked it and realized there was something wrong. So what was he going to do? Well, he figured, well, you might as well just walk to the bus station and he'll get you a ride home. So that's what he decided to do. He left his car. He started walking. And then all of a sudden, it started to rain. See, the rain was coming down, getting him all wet. And all of a sudden, he threw the towel over his head to kind of stay dry. But it was still raining. And then all of a sudden, the lightning started to come. He was starting to lose the light. Now all of a sudden, he's thinking, oh no, it's a storm, it's raining, I've got to do something. And then all of a sudden, he realizes, wait, I have an idea. I can take a shortcut right over there, but it's the graveyard. He was a little worried about that, but he says, you know, it's going to make a whole lot different. So he decided that he was going to go ahead and do the shortcut to the graveyard. So, as the lightning was threatening and storming, and all of a sudden, he walked forward and faster and faster and faster. Now, we're going to stop the story at that point. We're going to go back in time, because earlier in that day, in the graveyard, there was a man who was digging a hole. He just kind of popped up right there. And as it started to lightning and flicker like that, he basically said, "The storm is coming. It's starting to lightning." And I says, "I can't be out here because it's rain's coming down." And it's storming is going. And all of a sudden he says, "I got to get out of here." So what does he do? He gets up and he leaves. The hole is right there. It's dark. And all of a sudden, you remember our good friend Sly? As he's walking, and all of a sudden, as he got down to light, all of a sudden the lights was flickering, and all of a sudden it got dark, and then all of a sudden, whoa! He fell in the hole. The light is still out. And all of a sudden, where is he? Now the light comes on, he looks up, and he sees, oh no! I'm in a hole! The hole's big! I gotta get out of here! So, what is Julian going to do? Well, he's going to try to jump and get out. He can't get out. And of course, it's still raining. The rain's coming down. The lightning is flashing. And poor Julian, the lightning is flashing. Poor Julian, he doesn't know what to do. Finally, he gets so scared, he just kind of gives up. He says, I'm not going to get out of here. So all of a sudden, he gets tired and he sits in the corner. He says, I'm just going to have to wait for the next morning. So he sat there. Meanwhile, the storm went away for a while. And now, there was another person who worked at that very same plant. His name was Sylvester. Sylvester was a very competent working man, as you see here. But he too liked the pink car. There's something wrong with his pink car. It wouldn't start. So he couldn't get it started. He said there's gas in the tank. He couldn't figure out how to get those. He got so mad and he kicked the car and he says, you know, I'm going to have to get home. I got to walk if that's what it takes. So he decides to walk. Well, all of a sudden, you know what happened next? It started to rain again. The lightning started to come and he goes, oh my! He put the cloth on his head. He says, I got to go. So as he's walking, and all of a sudden he's walking, the lights are getting darker and darker, and it's even staying longer now, and he doesn't know what he's going to do. He's getting scared. Then all of a sudden, whoo, he falls down And all of a sudden, he is in the hole. Lights come on, and there he is. Oh no, I can't believe it. So he's trying to get out. He's trying to get out. Well, in the meantime, during that time that he's there, and I'm trying to stand up, all of a sudden, Julian's there. He sees that and he says, you know, he sees him jumping up trying to, he says, you know, I'm not going to tell him. Why should I tell him? I worked real hard to get out, but he's not going to get out of here. So he watched him and he started to, Sylvester trying to get out, and then eventually he got scared, and eventually he just started to cry. I'm never going to get out of here. So all of a sudden, he couldn't wait any longer. He says, I'm just not going to get out of here. So what did Julian do? He walked over to him as he was sitting there with his head down low and crying. He put his hand on his shoulder and says, you're not going to get out of here. But you know he did. He got motivated. Thank you, folks, for the help. A little crude demonstration, admittedly. However, it does illustrate the importance of being properly motivated in some fashion, shape, or form. What I like to do that helps me motivate me, this is my own little worksheet. I keep track of the items that I list, as well as the items that I sell, the amount of money that I sell. And I actually have a month that I can compare it. At this stage of the game, just to show you how I use this as motivating myself, in the month of June, I had 90 listings. June? Yeah. No, that's January. February, I had 42. I really wasn't paying attention. 64 in March, 30 in April. Then all of a sudden I says, you know, I gotta have to, the key seems to be to sell more, you gotta list more. So May, I did 137, and my sales were tremendous. This month, at this stage of the game, that's where I am right now. It's 137 for May, and at this stage of the game, oh, it is June. In June, I'm at 90. The point is made very simple. You have to do little things like this to keep yourself motivated, looking at the charts so you can see where you are, and if immediately things don't come up, you just need the hand put on your shoulder to get motivated to get out of that hole. This is our little website address on Mecari if you're looking for our products. We appreciate it if you would. And thanks for enduring our little demonstration. We hope you got a laugh out of it. It was not easy to put out as we'd like it to be, but you know, that's the way it goes. So thank you, folks, when tune in, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like bell or whatever it is, and we'll see you on the other side.